Hi, Guido Fox here. Wonderful that you are watching a new video about spirituality and personal development. And today I want to talk with you another book from Yogananda. It's about realizing God in daily life, man's eternal quest, the most important question in your life from the enlightened master Yogananda. It's nearly 500 pages information about spiritual development, and I read many hours and adapt knowledge for you, highlighted the main essences in this work, and it's really depth knowledge about spiritual awakening, personal development, and about raising your consciousness towards a higher level. And next to the other enlightened master, Osho is this and welcomed guy. A year ago, I also read a lot of books from Yogananda. I remember I read those books in Egypt, and after the work holiday trip, I published it also on my YouTube channel. Really interesting figure to read and to follow, and he really knows where he talks about, right? There are so many teachers around who don't know anything, who didn't read anything, who never meditate structurally wise and with long hours, and they don't know anything. But I can say this Yogananda, he already died, but he knows a lot about spiritual development. Let's start with the book report, page 11. Pouring into my soul. Spirituality is going deeper than only the surface, like the mind structuring, the mind conditioning, but it's really going into the deepest level of your energetic system, and that is, of course, your soul. They say also in spirituality, it's like soul awakening. So, here, purifying into your soul. You have to go into your soul to cleanse your soul, to awaken your soul, to refresh your soul again with old, rest, destructive souls in your soul. Your soul is part of a reincarnation process. So, in your soul, probably there are also frictions and also old, dirty material what brings you to this life. So you have to go into your soul, you have to go deeper to also clean your old rest soul garbage, if I can use that word. So there is a lot of garbage in your system implanted by the matrix conditioning, the matrix systems where you were in this life, but also other parts of your soul from reincarnation lives are there that has to be cleaned and has to be refreshed to become enlightened. So, as part of your enlightenment process, we have to go pouring into your soul. So, soul awakening is refreshing your soul in total. Page 7. Meditation is the highest form of activity. It has to be part of your daily life. Meditation is the highest form of activity and has to be a daily activity in your life. So, activity means that you're going inside your 7 chakras daily in, daily out, and especially in your meditation. So going inside has to be your main activity, your main mental activity, and the highest form of activity you can reach. And if you're able to hold those 7 ecstatic opening up chakras, all the other activities in your life will be an amazing, awesome side activity. So, your highest form of activity is meditation, and all the other activities you're doing in your life, like cleaning your house or washing your car, will be also on higher level of experience. It will be in meditation too. I remember in the past I did everything quick, and with a hurrying mentality, and that changed. So your activity, what you're doing, will be in fully consciousness activity. So not only meditation will be the highest form of activity, but all your activities will be on a higher consciousness field too. So that's very interesting, right? So that means that all your life will be better, and all your activities will be on a higher planetary skill. Page 13. The blind cannot lead the blind. I told you earlier, if you're following coaches, life coaches, spiritual coaches, leaders who are not in meditation for years, who are not feeling the inner awakenings in the body, who are not reading so much in their lives, don't follow them because they're probably blind. And I saw so many teachers myself, what I think, okay, what do you have on your website? 5 blogs or something? Where is your reading material? So I saw a lot of seminars of people. I think you're not telling what you should tell to people. And that's also what Osho was saying, also an enlightened master. He was saying the blind is following the blind. So the herded people are following the herded coaches. The people who are in darkness are following the coaches who are actually in darkness and wants to have some attention and have a lot of ego motives. So you see in the world of spirituality and the world of personal development that the blind is following the blind, and so pity to see that the blind followers are staying blind and miss the essential knowledge to grow in their lives. So I'm very skeptical about personal development, and that people are not really into one-to-one mirroring coaching, and they go into seminars and in group sessions, but never go into one-to-one, not blind coaches who can actually help them further in life. So they stay blind, they stay hurted, they stay unhealed, and you get in this spiritual world very toxic group dynamics with a lot of um, independency, helper syndrome phenomenons, where the blind is following the blind, but also the hurted people are attracted towards the hurted people, and everyone stays in the dark morass, the dark ground together and stay unhealed. And that is what I saw a lot of times in spiritual groups, is that actually the teacher needed his or her followers to feel good, to glance the ego feelings from this teacher, the attention that that teacher is getting from the group. So what happens is that there comes an interdependency social dynamics in a lot of spiritual groups, that I have to warn you to go there and to become also in this kind of dependent small social circles, where actually you not able to grow and come in an independency, um, group dynamics with other herded people, where you not can grow out. Meditate when you can. A very interesting observation from Yogananda is that he meditates a few hours per day and also middle in the night. The night is a very good moment to meditate. I do it myself now already for 5 6 years. I wake up in the night. I did it already because I had to go to the toilet, right? So every time I wake up in middle of the night, I go to the toilet and I start my meditation. And I meditate mostly 1.5 hour, and I wake up in the morning at 8:30, sometimes 7:30, and then my day starts with breakfast and going to the gym, and then some meditation again, and some nap during the day. But what he was saying is night meditation is very good because there's a lot of non distraction. It is easily to concentrate. You have to get used to it, so it costs some weeks to come in a process of night meditation. But if you're doing that, it will be wonderful, and you wake up also so refreshed in your mind, and you bring that energy totally during the day. So night meditation is very favorable for your activities, your higher form activities during the day. And then I meditate mostly shortly. So I have a long meditation like 90 minutes, and I have short meditations like 20 minutes or half an hour, or depends if I have a meeting. When I can. I meditate for a meeting, or I go outside, or after the gym, or if I go in a coaching session, I meditate for 10 20 minutes. Depends how much time I have for before the coaching session. So then I meditate when I can. So meditate delivers more sharpness in your sessions, more sharpness in your connections. You are more grounded, you are more relaxed, you are more at ease. There's so much advantages of meditation, and also you need less sleep. So if you meditate a lot of times during the day, then you need only 5 6 7 hours of sleep, and your sleep will be more on a deeper level. So you save also more time in your sleeping hours when you meditate during the day and during the night. So a lot of people are saying, I don't have time for meditate. I cannot, I have no time, I'm too busy. Yes, you can. Depends also where your priorities are. But if you can meditate during the day, short times when you're not picking up your phone this time or watching television, drop it away and go into meditation, and you save sleeping hours. Very important to understand. Meditate more, sleep less. It's a very interesting observation to move towards more enlightened stages and ecstatic feelings of happiness. So your sleep will be better, and also you need less sleep to function during the day and save time there. The reality of God, the beauty of God is vast. Vastness, page 26, 27. So many people are saying it's all about letting go. All those blind teachers are saying to you, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Well, it is vastness. Keep your chakras alive. Keep your ecstaticness alive. That means that you have to go in deep concentration and find the knack. Find the knack to hold your chakras is much more important than letting go mindfulness. Letting go can also cause laissez-faire behavior. Oh yeah, let it go. This is so fine. I don't want to do groceries now. Letting go. We do it another time. This time I functioned not so good in my work. I make a lot of mistakes. Oh, let it go. We do it tomorrow. It will be fine. So it can be causing less disciplined life, less disciplined attitude towards life. So watch out with constantly slaying and letting go, right? If your partner is hurting you and he's saying bad things to you and you're constantly, oh, let it go. I'm not talking to my partner. I'm not correcting him. You lose boundaries. You lose self-love. You lose energy if you're not able to correct your partner, if your partner is saying bad things to you. So letting go is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous mechanism. I'm not saying it, don't use it at all. I mean, if I make a mistake somewhere in my text or in my blog, then I can also think, ah, shit, why I make a mistake? Then I say, okay, letting go. Next time I will do better. So letting go is more if you're attached to a negative thing and you stay weeks and weeks and weeks and months by that negative activity. So that is why when you use the letting go mechanism, but most of all is God a vast entity in your body. It's a wonderful seven chakra ecstatic feelings in your body, and God is vastness. And this guy understands because Osho were also understand. Osho also said God is vastness. So if you want to grow, it is vast. God is deep concentration inwards and keep it in a vast way. And you need a strong will. Make the bridge to the next topic. A fast will is a strong will. You don't need a weak will. You have to believe in your enlightenment. You have to believe in your spiritual awakening. You have to believe that's possible. If you're not believing it, it's not going to happen. You have to believe that you get a wonderful relationship together. You have to believe that you grow in your career. You have to believe that you find your wonderful business vision. You have to believe that you will functioning better in your career. You have to believe in your success, right? So if you're not believing in yourself, in your goals, it's not gonna happen. So a weak will is a mortal will. Yogananda said that in his work. A weak will is a mortal will. And that's a nice correlation with the soul, right? We have the soul and we have the will. So we change the soul, we refresh the soul, and we do that with a strong will. A strong will is necessary, and a strong will is not a letting go will. It's not, oh, letting go, it's all fine. It's not a laissez faire will. A strong will is important to reach your goal. And the want, the will, is an important aspect to reach your goal. Have a strong will and have persistence and dedication and continuation to reach what you want to reach. Page 44. Real seekers are few. That's correct. There are so less seekers for enlightenment, so less seekers in this world. If you're following me, if you're following enlightened teachers, you're a special person. Maybe you're the chosen one, but there are only few from the great mass of humanity. The most people are doing just their job, are stuck in the families, are busy with groceries, are busy with this, going to football games, getting drunk in the weekends. They never think about spiritual awakening, or never think about enlightenment, or never think about going to some spiritual master. They are stuck in their lives, and only a few are able to escape, and only a few are able to see the higher path in life. So you're very lucky if you're watching my videos, and I know my videos will be not so how you say watched as a famous folks singer, right? If you write a simple song and you're singing a simple number, you're serve the crowd. But I'm serving only a few people in this humanity. I'm proud of it. I don't want to have too much folks on my websites and watching my videos. So you see there the difference, right? And the most popular people on Facebook, on Instagram, or YouTube are serving the public, the great mass, and are serving the fastest interest. So only people who have not so much followers can be telling the truth and serving this very, very small proportion of humankind who wants to grow out of the crowd consciousness, out of the crowd frequencies, and really, really, really want to change their inner structure and really change their lives in a wonderful way. And the next bridge that's could you do to change your life, to also change your environment. And that is more the social environment. Page 72. Surround yourself with people who are noble and kind. That's a very simple text, I think, but it's very true. Be critical with who you goes. You will be the reflection of the 5 persons in your surrounding. So you become your 5 closest friends. You become like them. Are they an example for you? Wonderful. Are they nice to you? Are they noble? Are they honest to you? Are they kind to you? Or are they only complaining and showing toxic behavior and are very low value people? So can you uh, talk with them? Can you raise yourself up towards that kind of people? Then you're on a good way. Can you learn from your friends? Can you have a wonderful time together? Are they nice and kind and noble? Then you're on a good track. If your friends are not, don't be afraid to say goodbye to your friends. That's very important. Set boundaries, correct your friends. If you don't like him anymore, if they are toxic, destructive, if you're always tired after meeting your friends, if you're drained out, then it's time to move on. A lot of people are drained out in their lives to invest in the wrong people, business wise, relationship wise, colleague wise, company wise. So be critical with who you goes. It really, really matters with who you goes and when you who you let in your life. Because if you say goodbye to certain people, you could get an energy boost, and you can be back on track full with energy, because there are a lot of energy stealers, energy drainers out of this life. And I was coming with this concept in my life when I started with personal development 10 years ago. And before that, I lived in the matrix, right? In the matrix organizations, in the matrix social groups. And yeah, you have to deal with the persons who were there, right? So you couldn't escape. You're trapped in the system, and if you don't like anyone, you cannot really escape. You cannot say goodbye and the next day it's over. You have to deal with a lot of toxic, egocentric energy drainers. And when I came into the field of personal development, that was really, really an eye opener, that I say goodbye to certain people and I get so much energy. And it was so strange feeling to say goodbye to certain friends from the past. I felt guilty because I always was a people pleaser. I always was pleasing people and I was listening to people and I was be polite, and people misuse people pleasers, right? And since the concept of you become your five closest friends and the growing aspect in personal development, I say easier goodbye to people because I know it's better for them, it's better for me, and I want to have the best life. In this life, I want to have the best moments, and it's better to say goodbye if there's no grow possible in both sides. Your friends, your colleagues, your relationship has to be a plus, has to be a bonus, has to be a win-win situation in your life. And if it's not a win-win situation, it's a win-lose situation, and then it's time to move on with people who are noble and kind. Page 81 is the healing presence in your body. When you're going deeper in meditation, when you're going deeper in spirituality, in chakra activations, you become a healing force, an attractor field. People wants to be close to you. You have to set boundaries, but you become a healing presence for yourself and also for your surroundings. Page 88, nervousness. You can solve nervousness. Stressed. I was so stressed in the matrix. I was so stressed for small presentations or meetings with people. I really, really over prepared myself for exams or meetings or presentations to damping to tackle the nervousness. I was very good in hiding my nervousness. But with daily meditation, it all disappeared. I was much more grounded, much more confidence because of daily meditations, and the nervousness is actually totally gone. Never actually nervous for for things. Maybe if there's coming a new client, the first minute, really adapt the energies together. That's indeed a little bit nervousness, but I think that's also good nervous ritual, right? So nervousness is a very tackled thing what you can do with meditation. Page 177 is Christ intelligence. When you found your inner awakening line, you found the highest intelligence possible, and that's intuition. Very deep intuition, feelings about what's coming, what's going on in your life. And intuition is the highest power, the highest analytical power. I talked with you about that last video. So Christ intelligence is high intuition, but also very sharp, fast, fresh, clear thinking, because meditation is actually removing the dust, right? I talked with you refreshing your soul and your old rest reincarnations, but also it is refreshing your memory. And I want to talk later about the memory improvement because of meditation. It is actually Christ intelligence is a combination of fast, sharp thinking because of removing the dust because of meditation, but also the shaping and forming of your higher intuition. To reach samadhi 281 samadhi is the ecstatic communion with God, with your God-liness. Your God-liness in your body to manifest the changelessness, something what cannot change, what will be always the same. The ecstatic line in your body will always be the same, and you will be the king among the souls, the very few who escape the matrix patterns, very few who are going to find the unblind teacher. The unblind teacher, you found your unblind spiritual teacher, and you will become the king among the souls, the higher evolutionary being who is going beyond doubt, beyond nervousness, and also beyond doubt, because only in the inner line you can trust. You can trust without doubt because you know you found your home, you found your line, and you can always trust that inner line. You can always be in peace, and you're never doubt about decisions, because you have such a high intuition that you're able to make a nice analyzing about the outcomes, about your circumstances, about the choices in your life, that you are able to make a doubtless decision full of dedication and consciousness. 345 is strengthen your memory. And this by me also the last months after 8 years of meditation, is that my memory is so good. I can really go back in the history of my life, and I can see and can picture, I can visualize, and I know in that moment what happened and what people were saying to me, so I can also see patterns of behavior from people, but I can really recognize things from years and years ago very sharp in my visual mind. So really strengthened. Also your meditation is strengthened your memory. This is a very interesting thing. Page 358 is that is there no more fears. How more you go into meditation, how less fear there are. No fear of bonding, no fear that people are leaving out of your life. no fear to walk on the streets. Of course, you have to watch out if you feel your intuition is working against you, but you feel more and you have less fears in your life. Fear disappears. Fear disappears in your life when you're going into meditation, and that's really, really wonderful feeling. Normally, people going into meditation at the age of 50. Normally, when you're 50, you're pensionado, you're going with retirement, and you're gonna read books. And when you finish to read books, you're going into meditation classes, then you're ready. So if you're early than 50, you're a wonder child, you're a wonder adult, you're further than the rest. So I'm very happy that I stepped into meditation when I was 26, 27 in the world of spirituality. So I'm far before the age of 50. I'm very happy that I'm a young wonder child. So that's a little bit the age where people are going into meditation. And therefore, a lot of people are also not going into meditation. And that's also what Osho said, and also what Yogananda said, is that the most people are not rising out of the state of babyhood. Osho said childhood. And the most people are not growing out of the mental age of 16. People growing towards 16, they do a job a little bit, but they're not growing mental wise in their jokes, in their social dynamics. Nearly happens that people really grow, do their non-investment in personal development. So the most people are not rising above childhood and babyhood, and that's also, be aware of that mechanism. If you're not feeling okay in groups or not feeling okay by people, they don't have that education into personal development, and they're probably still 16 years old in their mental age. So that's why the society is quite social wise, or the world is very social wise crap, with all the wars and the cruelties what's there going on. So the world age is 16, and you have to deal, even where people reach 50 or 60 years old, they're mental wise still 16. So therefore you cannot feel home in groups, or cannot feel comfortable by colleagues or people, because they're staying behind, right? So they've not all that knowledge about what is high value behavior, what is low value behavior, and what is middle value behavior to show. Thank you for watching this video about Yogananda, realizing God in daily life, 500 pages, and I see you by the next book report. Thank you. Bye bye.